Hello everyone. Let's solve this Olympiad Mathematics very quickly. Remember, it will be wrong to cancel out the powers. You can't work with the base alone because it will amount to nothing. Solution. Okay, so we have n to the power of 4 equal to n minus 1 to the power of 4. Now, what I want to do is to break it down into n to the power of 2 squared, and this will now be equal to n minus 1 to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2. This is because if you were to open this bracket, you will also multiply the powers. Then I want to take everything to the left, so I have n squared to the power of 2 minus n minus 1 squared, okay, to the power of 2. This will now be equal to 0. And then from here I can now apply difference of two squares, because we're having two squares to take their difference. And if you have a squared minus b squared, it will be equal to a minus b into bracket a plus b. Now, applying the same principle, I will have n squared minus n minus 1 squared. This will be in one bracket, and then in the other, I'm going to have n squared plus, open this bracket, n minus 1 squared. Close this, and everything is equal to 0. Okay, so what will I do next? I'm going to open the bracket inside, n minus 1 squared. Okay, so this is going to give us n squared. Okay, then I have, if you open what you have here, then we have n minus 1 squared, so it means n minus 1 times n minus 1, and that will give us n squared minus 2n plus 1. Okay, close this bracket, and then we go to the other. We have n squared plus, open this, then if I expand this again, I'll have the same n squared minus 2n plus 1. Then everything equals 0. Everything is equal to 0, right? Okay, so now the next thing I will do is to open the inner bracket, so that when I do that, I'll have n squared minus n squared. Then negative will become plus 2n. Then negative positive will give me negative 1 there. This will be in the first, and then in the second, I'm going to have n squared, then plus n squared minus 2n plus 1, and this will be equal to 0. Now, what do? This and this can cancel, so I have 2n minus 1 in one bracket, and in the other bracket, I'll have n squared plus n squared. That is 2n squared, then minus 2n plus 1 to be equal to 0. And now I will apply zero product rule that says it is either one of them is equal to 0 or both of them are equal to 0. So meaning 2n minus 1 is equal to 0, or 2n squared minus 2n plus 1 is equal to 0. So from here now, here I'll have 2n to be equal to 1, and then n will be equal to 1 divided by 2. So this is one of the values of n that we can have. Now, I want us to work on the other side so we can get the other values of n. This is a quadratic equation, and we can solve this using quadratic formula. Remember, since we have n as the variable here, I will now have n to be equal to negative b, positive or negative, square root of b squared minus 4ac. All of this is over 2a. Okay, so if I take a step further, then I will have to substitute, because I now know that a is equal to 2. That is the coefficient of n squared. A is 2, b is equal to minus 2, and then c is equal to plus 1. Now put this into the equation or the formula. So n will be equal to minus 2. Okay, in fact, we still have another negative outside. So we have minus 2, then positive or negative, minus 2 squared. Because b is minus 2, then we have minus 4 multiplied by a is actually equal to 2, and then c is equal to 1. Then we divide the whole of this by 2 times 2, because a is 2. Now take a step further so that n will be equal to 2. Negative is 2 is positive, so we have plus 2, positive or negative. Minus 2 squared is 4. Then we have minus 4 times 2 times 1 is 8. This is all over 4. Now take a step further, n will be equal to, we have 2, positive or negative, square root of minus 4 divided by 4. And by the way, square root of minus 4 will give us a complex number. So the first thing we are going to do is to deal with that first. So we have n to be equal to 2, positive or negative. Now square root of minus 4 will give us 2i, because square root of minus 1 is I. So this will now be over 4. Now take a step further. I will finish it on this side. So if I take a step further, then my n will be equal to, okay, so I can factor out 2. So 2 will come out. Then in brackets, I have 1, positive or negative, I. And this is still over 4. Remember, I got this from here. Okay, so let's go back there. Now 2 can cancel itself and it goes into this 2 times. So our n will now be equal to 1 positive or negative I all over 2. Now, and what does this mean? It means that we can have this in 2 places. We can have one to be positive and the other to be negative, right? So from here now, let's get the values of n from the equation. So we have that n is equal to 1 over 2. This is the first solution. The second one is n is equal to 1 plus I all over 2, and the third one is 1 minus I all over 2. So these are the 3 solutions for the equation. Thank you for watching.